So because the anniversary of Fortnite is this week, probably, I have no idea when it actually is, but it's going to be soon, probably around the time that I release this video, I decided to actually do a ranking of the best season 1s of Fortnite. Now, over the last 7 years, there were in total 5 chapters, so that means 5 season 1s. Now, why are season 1 so important? Well, season 1 of a chapter introduces the new map, the new changes to the gameplay, and new characters and story quests. And that's literally the most important things that I'm going to base my ranking on. So let's not keep waiting anymore, and let's get on to the last place. After 36 hours of watching this black hole, we've got Chapter 2, Season 1. Now, I hope this isn't a really controversial opinion, but Chapter 2 is easily the best chapter in Fortnite history, but it started really bad. Not only because it was so long, the first season, and it lasted 128 days, almost 4 entire months, but there was little to no content in their put. Now, we just came back from the black hole, as I mentioned, and we just updated the game. And there was a trailer, and it put us directly in a match, which was really cool. I liked that. It was awesome. I was surprised. I loved it. Now, we had the Winterfest and the Fortnitemares update in this season. Now, the swimming was good. I really hated how water worked in Chapter 1, and everything about this season was good. Now, I don't really think there are any bad season 1s, but this is, in my opinion, the worst one because it was just so long. So let's not keep talking about this one, because I hope everybody else agrees with me on why this is the worst one of all of them. So let's get on with the 4th place. In 4th place, we've got Chapter 4, Season 1. Now let's give some backup information. We just come back from the worst live event in Fortnite history, and that was Fracture. This live event was basically just a creative 2.0 map. It was so worse, so boring, there were so many issues. I actually had an issue with this event. I got disconnected from it for no reason. Now, I really loved the map, I loved all the locations, and there were a lot of theories that I had that I'm not going to share right now because it really doesn't matter. But this season was fun, the Shockwave Hammer was fun, the augments were really fun, and everything about this season was fun. But the next ones are really better than this one, you know. Now, what else can we say about this season? We've got the crowns. Everybody loves the crowns now. I don't love the crowns, they're annoying, and I just see sad people having them at like 600 wins, which is how much do you play this game, my man? How much do you play this game to have so many wins? But another issue I have with this season was there was literally no story in it. Now, there was some story, I will say, but it led absolutely nowhere. Now, I know why this happened. The Donald Mustard was just left Epic Games, and there was no writer for the story, and things just kinda happened, and that was really bad for the game. I really love the Fortnite storyline, and yep, there were a lot of collaborations in this season, like the My Hero Academia collab. Well, actually, I think that was the only collab this season had, but this season was good, but it wasn't the best. That's what I'm going to say. Another thing that I liked about this season is that Doomguy was in the Battle Pass, and Geno, but they actually did absolutely nothing with him. He was in the first season, and then he just disappeared. He was never mentioned again, which is kind of sad. I really liked where the story could have gone further, but again, if I would rank by that, this season will definitely be. This chapter is definitely the last chapter in a ranking of all the chapters. Now, I will not going to yap about this season, because if you guys know my TikTok, I hated this season a lot with a passion. It was good, but it's the worst out of all of them. There was no live event to destroy the map or anything. The map just kind of disappeared, and we've got the new one from chapter 5 that I'm going to talk about a bit later. And yeah, this season is S in my opinion, but not worse than chapter 2 season 1, so I'm going to give it that. So let's talk about the next one, Fortnite season 1. Now I'm going to be a little bit transparent. It's because of nostalgia. I loved chapter 1. I'm going to say that it was one of the best chapters. It was where the game peaked. And the reason this season is on 3rd place is because this was Fortnite at its most basic form. A battle royale where you could build. Now, there are some issues with this season, of course, like with any season. There was literally nothing on the map. It was so bland because it just reused assets from Save the World. But a lot of the fan favorite guns were added in the 1st season, and that were the pump, the tactical shotgun, the scar, the I don't remember, the pumpkin launcher, the rocket launcher, the submachine gun, and everything that you love was there. My personal favorite was the bush. I was a camper, I'm not going to lie about that. I didn't know how to play this game. Now, there are some great skins here that I'm not going to mention, but this season was overall Fortnite. It was literally how Fortnite is supposed to be, and that was amazing. Now, there was no story because, again, this was supposed to be about Save the World. This was just a free game mode to get people to play Save the World. We all know how this ended. Nobody cares about Save the World anymore. It's lost in memory. It still has more players than Festival Rocket Racing and Lego Fortnite, so that's cool. But Epic Games doesn't care, so I'm not going to care about it either anymore. Let's go on to the 2nd place. If you don't like hot takes, please leave this video, because I don't want to get doxxed again. So leave this video if you don't like hot takes, but you probably already know what season is coming next. Fortnite chapter 5 season 1, aka Fortnite Underground. Now, I know why this opinion is a bit controversial. This is the newest chapter 5, newest season 1, and it had a lot of changes, a lot of bad changes at the start of this season. Those were the movement. Nobody liked the new movement, it was so slow. I agree, it was slow, but they changed it. They changed it in like the 2nd update, which was good, and it made the game a lot better. Now, what people complain is about the story. Now, I personally believe that chapter 5 in general has potential in a much better story than we've had in Fortnite. Now, I liked what Donald Master did, but most of the time, things just kind of happened. Now, what Donald Master had better than this season was live events. But I mean, we're not going to talk about live events. This is season 1. No season 1 has live events, right? Yeah, that's right. So let's talk about some pros that this season had. Yeah, this season put medallions in the game, which were fun. I love medallions. They're very good, and they give you actually something to say that you beat the boss. Because the mythic weapon, it is good, but it's just a weapon with better stats, which is kind of lazy. I like the medallions a bit more, and it gives personality to the game. Now, there are some bad medallions, of course. You can see my ranking video on this topic, but there are other things this season made good, in my opinion. The train is one of them. I really liked the train. I really liked that there was a location on the map that was a train, because I love trains. I love when a Battle Royale game has a movable location, you know, like Apex had the train. Oh man, it's copied. I don't care, because it's a train. Everybody loves trains, right? I really loved the weapon modes, but I'm not using them anymore because I just never go to a bunker. But that's not this season's problem. Now, some people I heard about complaining about how the map looked. Now, was the map? Was the map bad? No. It literally was the most beautiful map that we've ever had. I really love the European-inspired locations. my opinion is a bit beside here. I'm European, so yeah. What about that, guys? I'm Romanian, if you're wondering, of course. This season we've got a lot of interesting story, like John C. wanting to save Billy from the society, and he wanted help from Hope, which was fun, and I loved that. It was simple for the start of the season. For the start of a chapter, you don't need anything big for a start of a chapter, but it was a story, and I liked it, and it introduced us to Hope, the main character from now on probably, and the new John C. We see how John C. is acting now, which is good, and I love that. Now, is there something wrong with this season? Yes, there is many things wrong with this season, which I'm not going to go into it right now, because I'm not a critic, and I don't like that to do right now. I just want to give my ranking of seasons, and this is my second place. If you want to comment about this, put it in the comments. Now, another thing that was in the season that I just kind of remembered right now and I'm adding it, is that there was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collab, which I really loved. I loved all the melee weapons. I love my melee weapons in video games. So yeah, that was nice. But let's go on to the last season 1, which you already know probably. I think everybody has this as their number 1. Chapter 3, Season 1, or how it's also called, Fortnite Flipped. Now, my opinion is probably not good here, because I really love Spider-Man, and this is one of the reasons that this season is here. Now, the actual reason is because this is literally the best season. We've just come back from one of the best live events, where we've got most members of the 7 talking, like the scientist, the Foundation, I guess the Vista was there too, and it was awesome, and this map was awesome. Now, do I have some issues with it? Yes, I have an issue with every fucking Fortnite season. I'm sorry that I swear. I just came back from school and I'm recording this, so I'm not good. But, what I loved about this season so much is that the story was insane, in my opinion. Now, what I mean about insane is that we've just come back from an IO facility where we saved John C. And along this season, we are planning for a literal war with the IO. There were drills that made earthquakes at random times during the end of the season, and that was insane. And that actually led us to one of my favorite seasons, and that is Resistance. Now, another thing that I have about this season is the weather things that are in the background right now. I loved the tornado, but in my opinion, they shouldn't have vaulted it right now so fast, because they were awesome, but they weren't in the game so much, which I probably hated. Now, I love the 7. The 7 are my favorite faction in this whole game. My favorite is the scientist, of course, but that's not the thing here. Now, I love that we've got more of the 7 as characters, because they didn't really have a lot of personality before. There was the scientist, which was a scientist. There was the Foundation, which was the Rock. And we've got the last members, the Origin, the Paradigm, I think. No, the Paradigm we've already got. The Imagined and the Order, which everybody kind of gets that the Imagined and Order were the daughters of Geno, you know, the leader of the IO, or the Imagined Order. So yeah, that wasn't a really good plot twist, but there are other things about this season that were amazing. There was the hype for Spider-Man No Way Home, and we've got Spider-Man in Fortnite again, Spider-Man Tom Holland, and we've got the web shooters, which were amazing. So this season, overall, is the best season in Fortnite. Okay, not the best season, the best season 1. The best season is Chapter 2, Season 2 in my opinion, probably, but it doesn't matter right now. But what matters is that you guys like this video. And if you have an opinion about this, please leave it in the comments. Don't dox me, not again. But yeah, for now, I was Spydei, guys. See you next time. Bye bye.